So here we have Gamer Edition. Yeah, that's right. Gamer Edition Optimus Prime from Transformers War for Cybertron, a game you really can't play anymore. I originally wasn't going to get this guy because I have the the Planet X Fall of Cybertron Optimus Prime, but I saw him while I was grabbing the Ratchet and I went, well, had to have it. So I picked this guy up. I'm not sure how he is quality-wise. I've heard that this line isn't people's favorite, and especially after seeing the promo pictures for that Starscream, I really don't have hope for most of this line. I do have the Cliff Jumper, actually, but other than that, I don't have much. So let's get this guy out of the box and see if he was worth the $30 that I paid for him. So initial impressions of this guy are, man, there is a lot to love here. He's huge. He's the big prime. He's prime time big prime, and he looks really good. We'll find the problems because I bet there are a couple. But for initial looks, he looks pretty good. And if you just keep him in the robot mode like this, I'd never not be happy. I don't even know where to put him because Cliff Jumper is with the Fall Cybertron guy. Because it doesn't make sense for a Cliff Jumper to have even released if they're only doing War for Cybertron right now. But we're not going to get into that. So anyway, let's stop him from spinning. And let's take a closer look at Prime himself. Shall we then? So the one thing I could say about this guy is that he is beefy. Beefy with a capital E-fy. The B is lowercase. Beefy. That's what this guy looks like. So just like most normal Hasbro stuff, his accessories come in a bag. I wasn't expecting that to knock him over. Un momento, por favor. So then, now that he's done taking his nap, for accessories, he comes with this axe, which comes into 3 pieces. I'm assuming... I don't actually know what you would need this specifically for, but it does open up and become like this double-sided axe. You could pop a piece in there. You could pop a piece in there. It doesn't really matter how you pop the pieces in as long as the pieces are popped. That was weird to say. Popping pieces poppingly popping. So, just like all the other Fall Cybertron figures, his arm, specifically the right one, comes off and you can put on his cool gun. I wish they would sell like an accessory pack of these guns because there's a lot of them in these games. It'd be cool to have some extra ones, and you can see his hand. So getting a closer look at Prime here, you can see he's got tiny head syndrome. He's got very tiny head syndrome. It's just, he's always got these big bodies and tiny heads. And if you can open, if you're not incompetent like me, and not having him slide around all, if you open that up, you can see there is a beautiful matrix of leadership. Does it come out? Yes. So there's the matrix piece. It's all right. It's a weird accessory for him to have since he doesn't get it until like the second to last level of the game. But it's something he has. Spinning him around, you can see they definitely did not spare any expense in trying to make this as game accurate as possible here. I think that's probably what's been compromising most of these things. People have been complaining about its game accuracy, kind of hindering its overall performance. But I mean, for the most part, he definitely does not look bad. I don't even know who to compare him to other than Cliff Jumper. But let's do some articulation first. Let's see, like normal. Ooh, head spins at a life-ending 360 with an up that far and down that far. Arm goes up that far. Nice spinorama. Elbow does about that much. Does he have? He has wrist articulation, but it is limited because of this piece right here, blocking the wrist. He doesn't crunch normally, It's just his legs bending. His legs spread that far. That far. Ugh. They don't go back at all. They do go forward. And the knee bends a crisp 90 for a semi-decent posing Optimus, and he does have some ankle pivot. So all in all, he's not a bad... Hold on. Ready? So all in all, he's not a bad poser per se. Ready? Let's spin this real quick. It's not a bad poser per se. He's just kind of bulky. Case in point. So let's bring out some people to compare this guy to, shall we then? So again, I don't really have many things to compare this guy to. I am dropping things, however, which is always fun. But I do have, if he will stand up on his own, the semi-decent... Oh, he's not going to stand. Hold on, this is the semi-decent Fall Cybertron Cliff Jump. God, why are his feet so weird? He doesn't even want to stand. Hold on. Alright, there we go. So there's him with Cliff Jumper. Cliff Jumper is a not great figure. I don't like talking about it. I bought him because he's Cliff Jumper. But other than that, he's not my favorite thing in the whole world. He's kind of hollow and unhealthy. And I think these are stickers that are already peeling off. I thought we were past stickers. But other than that, I have... Let's move him forward here. The Fall Cybertron chromed out Optimus. So you can see the way these two look together here. And I love that Optimus. I won't transform him when I get to the transformed stage because I've heard not good things about the joints after a while, and I've had him for a little bit, so I don't want to risk breaking him. So I'm sorry about that. And then I have, because Fans Hobby, not Fans Hobby, Planet X, all of the third-party companies all at once, said that they love the scale for this, is the Planet X Grimlock. And that is a pretty nice Transformers scale if I've ever seen one. Grimlock always towers over Optimus, and it just looks very nice together, because the Planet X Optimus kind of doesn't have that same thing with Grimlock, so it's nice to see him towering over, even if it's the wrong Optimus. So, with that, let's attempt to transform this guy pathetically, and see how that goes. Alright, so I've got the instructions here. So if I start to talk really fast, it's because I fast forwarded myself because this is taking a very long time. So what you want to start by is taking these arms out and pulling them out like that. So there's a gap right there. You want to spin him around, take this out, flip it upside down, and then turn the arms that much so that that is sitting like that. Flipping the page. Oop, it's the wrong way. What is that even saying to me? So they want the arms like this, and they want the head down like that, so that you can flip this up, I think. And then it wants you to... So that's like that. I want you to take these and snap them together. Twist it around. What is this instruction? What is that even saying to me? So like that? Like that? What the hell is this? Flaps out. Twisting these so it's facing like that. Push these together. I'm sorry if you can hear the rain. It just started to downpour, so you want to click these together like that. I don't know how much of this has been in camera. I'm so sorry. Flip the wheels out like that. So you want it to look like this. This is the final version. So that's it right there. Well, clunky. I'm not sorry. I am sorry. I'm very sorry. So then it wants you to flip this about. Flip this down. Flip these down. Oops, I'm dropping things. Snap these into place up front, which I think I've already done on accident. It looks really weird. I'm going to pick that up before I lose it. Where was I? So you want to snap those into place. You want to drop this down, I guess, onto the hands, where it's supposed to tab into place. Where are the tabs? So there's two tabs on the hands here, and you want to put them in the holes there. So attempt to do that at your greatest convenience. You want to close this up. Connect those, close it up. Take these, lift them up ever so slightly, close her up. Alright, come on. Is there supposed to be a gap between this and that? I guess there is. Let me see if I can, hold on. Get the people. So this is your final product. This weird space car. So now that he's transformed, and I will most likely have fast forwarded that ever so slightly, let's spin him around. So this is one big car, with my biggest issue being the fact that the hands just kind of exist out the back. It looks really weird, and I've gone through the instructions a few times to make sure that's accurate, and it seems to be so. So that's how it's supposed to be. They want you to have hands out the back. I can twist the hands to make it look a little bit better. Sorry, I have hiccups all of a sudden. But I'm not a big fan of that. Other than that, it is a big, stupidly beefy car that I'm not sure if I like or not. I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. People like the War for Cybertron Optimus more than the Fall Cybertron. I think I don't stand in that group. I think the Fall Cybertron just looks better. I'm not sure what it is. This guy's just not speaking to me. And we'll go into that a little bit more in a second here, at least with this guy. Let's stop him from spinning and take a closer look at my gripes, which I usually don't have. So to start with, the front of the car is just kind of like bulbous. It doesn't have like a defined shape. There's a bunch of shapes, plural, shapes plural, but it's not really making anything cohesive and nice looking. Like, the robot mode is big and he's burly and everything just kind of makes sense. This one, I don't know, it's just, it's a smooth object that looks like a vehicle. I also don't like that the whole back is blue. The splashes of red aren't there. I get they're trying to go for like the truck bed thing, like where that's all blue, but there's splashes of gray in there that aren't just these funnel tubes. In the game, it does look a bit better, but here it's just not translating on. Again, the the big back being open like that. They couldn't, $30 and they couldn't find a way to flip a panel down. It's just weird decision making. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. He's going to stay in robot mode for the rest of his life, probably. Because, man, it's just, it's not really doing it for me. It's not his fault. He tried his best. He's just not what I want him to be. I like when Optimus Prime is a big, stupid, honking truck. And he's some sort of weird, stupid, honking space robot truck that just doesn't do it for me here. He looks great in robot mode. It's just vehicle mode, it isn't it. I'm not going to compare him to anything either, because I really don't want to transform those Planet X ones. And I tried to transform the Cliff Jumper, but he started falling apart in my hands, and so I don't want to risk that again. So we're just going to end the vehicle part here on disappointment overall, because that's all I feel right now is disappointment. I'm gonna have to buy something big and expensive. I don't know, Shatter from Metagate to make me feel better. So let's move back on and end the video. Let's end this on a low note, because I'm upset about this. I really wanted this line to be good, and it's not hitting it. The Megatron looked okay. From what I'm aware of, the Barricade is the best figure that's released so far. But we'll talk about that in a second. Let's retransform him and see if I can feel undisappointed for 1 second. I don't think anything else makes more sense than the depressing sound of rain to even be playing in the background. Even while I was just transforming this guy, he was falling apart. His feet weren't moving the way they were supposed to. They don't really tilt in a way that makes him stand properly. The more I'm looking at him, the more I'm just upset, because I'm a huge fan of the games. I'm a very big fan of those games, and to just see this is like Hasbro's like, we remember you, like, we still know about the games, we're still here for the fans. To just see them release something like this, it feels insulting, like they don't care, like this is just an afterthought to them. Like I don't know how to describe the feeling, and I know I'm not the only one, but I just feel like there should have been more effort put into this if they really wanted to recognize, because High Moon put, I mean, love and heart and soul into those games, and Hasbro here is just cashing out on what people remember and what people I grew up on those games, and I mean I get to look at other Transformers like Tarn for $30 or Jaxus or for $30, and they're good, and this guy's $30, and base level he looks good. Like this looks fine, but you can see him teeter-tottering every time he goes around because his feet don't really stay flat on the ground, and I'm unhappy. I'm happy, but I'm unhappy, and at the end of the day, I don't like being unhappy about Transformer robots. But this is, you know, bigger than just the Transformer robot. It's the whole concept of Hasbro just not caring that gets me. Anyway, enough about me being depressed about this figure. If you have this guy and you love him, let me know. Let me know what your favorite part about him is. And if you don't like this guy, let me know what your least favorite part about him is. If you like this video, which I hope you did, because I put a lot of like thought into this one, because these games mean the world to me, and just, you know, the disappointment that is the Cliff Jumper being disappointed, this one being disappointing, everything looking disappointing, it hurts me. So if you like this video, please let me know by liking the video, subscribing to the video, burning down your neighbor's, don't actually do that, don't burn down your neighbor's house. So like the video, subscribe to the video, convince everybody in your life to, convince your future wife to like my video, force her to watch all of my videos, leave them on repeat 24/7 throughout your house. You know, your firstborn child, the first thing they should, instead of watching Cocomelon, they should be watching me. And with that out of the way, now that I've gotten my somberness out of my system, I'm TF Metromania. I'm sorry this figure is bad. Buy the Planet X Optimus, because he is very good, especially that metallic. I mean, look at this guy. Now that is a beautiful looking Optimus, and the back looks good too. So buy that guy instead. Save the money on this guy. Spend the extra couple dollars. Buy this guy. Buy the Planet X one. And you'll be happier. I hope Planet X makes some more Cybertron game Transformers soon. Like I said, I've been TF Metromania. Thank you for watching my video. Hopefully the next Transformer doesn't make me want to cry. I'll see you then.